This time, Iran didn't attack Tel Aviv. They attacked Tel Aviv like 4 times last night, or yesterday for us. I think it was last night for Israel. And a couple of times they hit some very important targets. Now, a lot of misinformation going around, that's for sure, but we saw Iran attack the Pentagon of Israel. So basically the defense building, the main defense building of Israel. But today they attacked the port city of Haifa. And of course, there's a port there. And we have some footage from there. And I think a lot more ballistic missiles got through today than yesterday. So let's look at that. We have a lot. So this is just the footage showing Iranian ballistic missile in the city of Tamara, which is probably in the north too. But this is from an Iranian account right here. So I looked more into the Israeli air defenses. So they have Iron Dome, which are not really that useful against ballistic missiles, but they also have something called the David Sling, which is pretty useful. They have the Arrow, and US is helping Israel take down the Iranian ballistic missiles too. And relating to that, Iran actually has a warning for US, UK, France. They're saying anyone who's helping defend Israel, Iran will start attacking their bases in Middle East. So let's see how things go. In fact, we also have some statements from President Trump. He's been very open about Iran not having nuclear weapons, and he also called out Tucker Carlson. Surprise, surprise, for some reason, ever since Tucker Carlson has left Fox, he has become very anti-American. So President Trump had a message for him today. We'll get to that in just a second. Here's a little bit more footage of the Iranian missile barrage. Oh, parade has started. We'll switch to the parade in just a second. Yeah, kill switch. I saw the U.S. Army force has been ordered to take over the nuclear site. I don't know how true that is because a lot of misinformation going on. I don't think the U.S. military has been ordered to do anything because I think that will be a bit more. It's going to be a huge deal if U.S. gets involved militarily, and it's not going to be something that we just hear on Twitter. I think Congress probably will be involved. Now, all these missiles they're sending, that's after Israel disabled thousands of missiles in their initial night of the operations. So imagine how much they had if Israel hadn't disabled all the missiles and missile launchers. The initial plan after the Israel operation started, we have seen report that the Iranian leader said to send 1,000 ballistic missiles towards Israel. But luckily, a lot of them were disabled, so they were never able to send 1,000. Because if they send 1,000, a lot of them are getting through. Think about it, because it's not just about having the defense, it's about having the missiles, basically the interceptors that can take down these missiles. No country, I think, can handle 1,000 ballistic missiles at one time. So they just overwhelm all the defenses Israel has, all the defenses the US has in the Middle East too. Oh, they just left Iran, so we can see some of the missiles leaving from Tehran. So I wonder how long does it take to travel. "10 minutes roughly, so we'll see them in 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. Oh, one sec. We're live. This is live footage, it's not looped. Yeah, 10 minutes, I just looked it up. 10 minutes. We also have this. This is Jerusalem. So yesterday they were attacking Tel Aviv, and they attacked a lot of locations yesterday. The defense department, the defense building, it's like the Pentagon of Israel, was under attack. A lot of stuff was. I want to show you guys what they attacked yesterday. This morning, right before we hopped on, they attacked the port of Haifa. But yesterday it was mostly Tel Aviv. The sound is from here. Alerts from Jerusalem Center. Okay, this is the Jerusalem skyline. Yeah, we are about to watch the slide. I want to see what city they're targeting. So I'll have multiple angles open. We have a lot of city covered. We don't have Haifa. Oh, right here is the Haifa. Israel is attacking a lot of refineries in Tehran and in Iran. I want to. Ooh, we can hear it. I'll pause this. Oh, no, that's where the sound was from. The parade's still going on. We'll get to the future stuff. Oh, right here. We see it in Tel Aviv. Wow. This is not even 10 minutes. It's already here. I'll make this full screen. Oh, this might be just the Israeli. So every time Iran has attacked, some of the missiles have gotten through because it's just physically impossible. Because think about it, even if they're using, I don't know the cost for the Arrow and the David Sling, but the THAAD system, each interceptor is $12 million. It's very expensive to take down these missiles. This was just like 5 minutes ago, Eastern time. At least 14 Iranian ballistic missiles flying over the Al-Aqsa Mosque. The craziest part is Iran has spent like hundreds of millions of dollars in ballistic missiles. Jerusalem. Someone's in the chat saying Jerusalem. We don't have Jerusalem feed, do we? Oh, right here is the Jerusalem feed. On top, what was I going to say? Iran has spent like hundreds of millions of dollars throwing these ballistic missiles. So far, they have caused 3 deaths in Israel. Of course, truly sad, but just 3 deaths. And in return, Israel has taken down like 30 Iranian commanders in one night. Oh, is that a missile? I think that's it. Let's see if that's an Iranian missile or is that a Israeli air defense. Hopefully you guys see it. Another one. And I'm pretty certain these are Israeli air defenses, I think. Yep. My chat keeps going out. We're seeing the air defense fight live. Kill switch is moving faster than us. Ooh. Kill switch, where are you getting your news from? Yeah, that was a close one. So roughly 15 ballistic missiles are flying in from Iran to Jerusalem. That's what's happening, Kawhi Leonard. Ooh. Oh, you have people in Iran? Okay, yeah, that's gonna be faster than us. I thought you were just getting it from Twitter. More stuff happening in Tehran. Where is this? This is Tel Aviv. Well, yeah, technically Mark is right. A lot of the Israeli air defense is just American air defense. Yeah, sometimes I think they send 2 interceptor just to have a higher probability of stopping a missile. Nothing actually gives it 100% probability of stopping a missile. You can only increase it, get close to 100%, but it's never 100%. Israeli channels are broadcasting? Let me see. Let me see if we can find any Israeli channels. I don't think Israeli channels are gonna... Oh, I don't think a laser beam is gonna stop ballistic missiles. I think it's really the David Sling, the Arrow, the THAAD, and the Patriot missile that started. This is Jerusalem. This is all of them. Oh yeah, I should change the parade thing on the screen. Parade's still going on. Okay, so what we're hearing is Filipino. Someone just told me in the chat. Has it been 10 minutes already since we saw it on Tehran? Since we saw that go up on Tehran? I'll check Twitter. Multiple impacts in Tel Aviv. We'll just scroll Twitter on screen. Someone said multiple impact in Tel Aviv. Trey Yangst, really great journalist for Fox News in Middle East. He was sleeping. I think he woke up. He went to sleep 20 minutes ago. Then he woke up again because of the attacks. Yeah, it has been 10 minutes. I think there was some impacts in Tel Aviv. So we're still waiting for footage, but some open source accounts are saying multiple impacts. But let's see if there's any footage. Alright, we don't need Twitter. We got Killswitch giving us news. 45 out of 50 missiles were intercepted. So 5 made impact. That's actually a huge deal because ballistic missiles do like huge damage. They just destroy like a whole block right away. I have a picture somewhere here. This is the old attack. This is not something that happened right now. This is the old one. Someone brought up that Israel and Iran may go to war, like ground war, but that's never going to happen, because then again, they don't share a border. That's nearly impossible. But this is just a comparison between two militaries.
Have both been preparing for this. Israel and Iran have both been preparing for this confrontation for decades. So how do they stack up? Well, on paper, Iran far outnumbers Israel in terms of active and reserve personnel. Iran is a much bigger country than Israel, 86 million people to Israel's 10 million people. So the Iranians have got 960,000 personnel. Israel have got 634,000. But this war, of course, won't be about who has the more manpower. It's really about who has the best technology, particularly in the air war. And on that score, there is a clear and obvious winner. So let's look at the attack capabilities. Now, first, Israel's weapon of choice. Of course, there are its fighter jets, the F-15, the F-16, and the F-35. Very stealthy. The F-35 can get through radar defenses undetected. Very, very useful weapon system for the Israelis to operate. The Iranians, they operate much older Russian jets, and they've lost some of them. They don't work as well. And so instead, they've built up a huge stock.
I mean, it was reported that Iran has lost pretty much all its jets when first night of attack. So when the operation started, the first thing Israel went after was the Iranian jets and the air defenses.
Pile of missiles and drones, and they include the Shahed 136 that we've seen much of in Ukraine, the Imad, the Khorram Shah big missile, but this one, the Fatah. There's a whole family of Fatah missiles. They work. The most modern versions of them are thought to be hypersonic, which are really very difficult to defend against. In total, it's estimated that the Iranians may have 3,000 of these ballistic missiles. Most estimates would say it's probably nearer 2,000, but undoubtedly they have a lot of them, and they could keep throwing them at Israel over the coming days and weeks if they chose to do that. And Israel claims that Iran was building up the capacity to manufacture 300 ballistic missiles a month. And that, with their ranges, would put Israel and hundreds of US bases in the crosshairs around the region. So if you look at a range map...
Now, this is the big news we got today, which I don't know if Iran has like the ability to carry through the threat. But they were saying anyone who's helping defend Israel, so taking down the Iranian missiles, Iran will go after their bases. So this was really a message towards like the UK, US, and maybe France. I don't know how much France is involved. But they were saying they're going to start attacking Western bases in the Middle East if they continue helping Israel.
Undoubtedly, the Iranians have a big capacity building in terms of their ballistic missiles and their drones. Now, over the years, Israel has the most advanced defense system in the world, and it's built it up. And it's getting support from United States assets in the region. And that system, most people call it the Iron Dome, but Iron Dome is only one type of missile. So there's the Iron Dome missile itself, there's David's Sling, which is a high-altitude, short-range, very fast missile, and there's the Arrow 3. Probably the best of the whole bit is the Arrow 3. That probably works the best of all. But between them, as well as with some Patriot missiles, they create this sense of a dome, a multi...
Well, also, one of the more important ones they have is the THAAD, the American space missile, I guess. It's the closest thing we have to like a real life Star Wars missile, because what it does is like it takes down missiles in space. It's not in the atmosphere. This is from like 6 minutes ago, so we just used it right now too. So all these attacks, the one we see, it's like just these are happening in space, so outside the atmosphere, and they're costing like 12 million a pop. This is where I would love to be at a base where they are launching these missiles to take down the ballistic missiles, because they aren't small. From like what I read online, the missiles they're launching are like size of a fridge. So they're launching big interceptors on these ballistic missiles and then taking it down.
multi-layered dome that sits on top of their population centers that can cover the whole country, because it's a small country, and give them close to 100% protection. But of course, no system will ever give you 100% protection. Now, you can see here, action over Tel Aviv. A few missiles did get through, but the vast majority were intercepted. But no system is ever 100%, because any system can be overwhelmed with sheer numbers. And in that respect, we know that Iran does have the numbers. But in contrast, Iran's air defenses are older, they're weaker, and they've been badly hurt.
And they're Russian.
By Israel already. Now, the IDF have actually looked at some of these systems. The S-300, an old Russian system, doesn't work that well these days if you know where it is. The Korad 15 and the Tactical Hunter. They're okay, but they're quite old. And the IDF has released these images of them attacking Iranian surface-to-air missiles near Tehran. And there they are. If they can spot them, they can destroy them. They've got enough intelligence to know where they are, even those which are mobile, like the S-300. Once they've spot them, then effectively they're dead if the Israelis decide to go for them. Finally, Israel has the one thing that they don't want Iran to have: nuclear weapons. The Jericho 2, which is a nuclear weapon-tipped missile. The Israelis will never confirm or deny whether they have nuclear weapons, and they deny that they are running a nuclear program in this way, but we all know...
So I'm seeing it too. So the most recent strike that just happened 10 minutes ago, apparently that was from Yemen. I did not know they had ballistic missiles, but it's saying it made impact in Tel Aviv. It was Iron Dome was not able to stop it.
That they are. They have the Jericho 2. It is nuclear. The Iranians would love to have what the Israelis have had for years. And in response to these attacks, the Iranians talk a very good game. They talk big, and they can certainly hurt Israel. But in a war of the skies, which this is going to be for some time yet, Tel Aviv certainly has the upper hand.
So this is the most recent attack that just happened 10 minutes ago. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's definitely getting demonetized on YouTube. That came in fast. Wow. So that's what happens. This is where it's so deadly. When they send in like 50 missiles, even if one makes impact, it's just hurting the whole block. It's not even a small spot. So it's really, really damaging. Yeah, that was a bad attack. Oh, we have another angle of the same attack. Damn. Hopefully it's on the stream. Yeah, that was. It's crazy. These people are just standing on the road. The way it comes down, how fast it came, I don't think I would be able to run away at all. Wait, is this it? This is not it. This is it. Yeah. I don't know why I laugh. It's just an uncomfortable reaction. Yeah, the first video was crazy. It's like I don't think I could run away. The way how fast it comes. Hey, Sam in Texas. I'm from Texas too. Sam, same name. But I want to see if they have. Yeah, apparently that was in center of the Tel Aviv, the attack we saw. Yeah, in downtown. So definitely gonna be a lot of people affected. Yeah, no way I could run from that 100%. Oh, Israel's retaliating already. I have to close some of these tabs so we can open more. We'll just open here. Israel's retaliating already. This is in Tehran. So that's still again, we don't know how bad this is going to be in terms of casualties, but Iran has wasted probably like 200, 300 ballistic missiles, and they only have around 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3,000. We don't know the exact numbers, but it's somewhere in like single digit thousands, early single digits, small single digits. So they are using up a lot of their capabilities, and Israel is planning for this war to go like a week or two, and it's only been 2 days. They have used so much, and the only thing they have inflicted is 3 deaths so far. Again, definitely sad, definitely not good news, but compared to the damage Israel has done, Iran has really not achieved anything. So actually, right here we were looking. This was insane. So Poly Market is like, I don't know if it's legal on YouTube. It's a betting website where you bet on events. And over here, out of nowhere, just today, the probability of US getting involved militarily went up a lot. Now, it's not perfect, but people bet a lot of amount. So usually when you see like a huge spike, it means like someone knows something. Maybe someone who like knows some insider information. Someone's betting a lot that US is going to get involved somehow. So far, US is not involved offensively at all. Only thing US military has done is take down the missiles and drone that Iran is sending to Israel. That's a very defensive involvement we have had. We have not even helped logistically or with intel. We haven't helped Israel in any way so far. Wonder if there's any news on this attack. Nothing. Oh, we have a picture of the damage that attack caused. Let me see if I can just bring that in. I think this is where the crazy attack we saw. This one? This is this. Where is that? Right here. This is the damage, I think. Straight in the civilian population. That looks like an apartment building for sure. Check out the Tehran cam. This is the Tehran cam. I don't think Iran has technology to adjust missiles mid-flight. They do have ballistic missiles, but that's like the highest capability they have, which are already very hard to stop, especially considering they do have a good amount. So that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to overwhelm the Israeli defenses. They're trying to send a lot of them at the same time. Well, Israel definitely has nukes. We have seen Israeli prime ministers accidentally slip up many times. I think there's a clip of Netanyahu accidentally admitting that Israel has nukes. They haven't officially ever admitted they have nukes, but it's pretty widely believed that Israel has nukes. Another thing, by the way, on Poly Market, another thing is, will Khamenei be out as the supreme leader in 2025? It went up a lot in the last few days. It's still basically 50-50 with $1 million in there, but a lot of people believe now. And that's basically what Israel is trying to do too. They're trying to like it doesn't seem like Israel just going after Iran's nuclear capabilities. They're trying to weaken the regime so much that it'd be easier to overthrow it if someone wants to overthrow it. But only way that would be possible if the Iranian people rise up. Again, Israel or even the US cannot do that from the outside. They need the Iranian people to just rise up. Oh, we have another clip. This was 5 minutes ago. I don't understand why people are standing on balconies and just yelling. I guess 10 minutes is too little of a time to go somewhere, but it still does not seem safe to be on a balcony. Yeah, especially considering how many Iranian leaders have already fallen. It is insane. Like, not leaders, I mean commanders and even the nuclear scientists. A lot of Iranian leadership has been basically wiped out in the last few days. Yeah, again, you guys probably saw the clips of people protesting, but the Iranian people protesting, but those clips were not people protesting to like take down the government. Those were the clips of people protesting, urging the Iranian government to basically strike Israel. After Israel struck Iran, people were out on the street basically trying to force the Iranian government to strike back. So clearly, that was not going to be a protest that's gonna like take down the regime.